What is up, guys? So first and foremost, before we even get into this video, thank you for clicking, because as you and I both know, this is a tech channel, yet this is not tech. And I promise you this isn't a cheap attempt to pivot into a new lane, just please give me a minute to explain. On this channel, with the admittedly very few videos that I posted up until this point, I've wanted to shine a light on things that I felt were very underrepresented out here. Things that I thought deserved more discussion and more notoriety than they were getting. And with the exception of this not being tech, this still falls in that category. Especially for me. The reason why I'm talking about this today is I have to come clean. I have a slightly above average shoe size.
Please! Jesus Christ.
Yep. And it is because of this that I've largely been excluded from a lot of awesome footwear and limited time runs. Usually I'm just relegated to the things that, you know, if it's a halfway decent price and if it looks anywhere near halfway decent, I'll buy it. But that was not the case this time. Here, Reebok and Capcom were looking out for me and my fellow Sasquatch, and honestly, I just want to give them their flowers for it, because it's something that, you know, I've been holding on to these since release. It's been about 2 years now. I paid $100 for them, which is a crazy good price for something like that, especially compared to the other the normal shoes I usually pay $100 for. So a limited time run of something, amazing. But anyway, let's take a look at them. These are the Street Fighter Cross Reebok Classic Leather Chun-Li variants. And as you'll notice, created with this nice little cover art on the box itself, or the title screen, if you will. And I want to say it's Street Fighter 4 inspired, given the fact that it has like these little ink blots and this little watercolor effect going on. And if I'm not mistaken, the first time I saw that was in Street Fighter 4, so yeah. You know, it's not much, you know, it's just a little something to get you hyped up, you know. Normally, look, the last pair of Reeboks I purchased that were a part of a collab were actually the Reebok Cross Looney Tune ones. And to be honest, they're actually my favorite pair of sneakers, but check it. Plain. Just, that's it. I mean, the sneakers themselves, fire. But the box, yes, yeah. So, you know, I'm glad to see that they went with, you know, they went the extra mile to give you that little bit of oomph for your money. You know, it's always a nice touch. So, let's continue, because the hype building does not stop there. Now, as you can see, as you open the box, you are greeted with this wrapping paper adorned with the original cast of Street Fighter 2. And honestly, I wasn't expecting that when I opened it. I spent like a good 5 minutes just admiring it, because, you know, I appreciate that they went the extra mile for it. And usually I just throw the paper away. As you can see, I've had these for going on 2 years now. I can't do it. I refuse. It's awesome. Again, I really appreciate Reebok and Capcom, you know, doing that little bit extra to make me appreciate my purchase. And you know, if you think about it, you know, if this is the title screen, this is definitely considered the character select screen. So there is a theme here. I don't know if they actually planned all that, but I see, if you did, I see you. Okay, we've gotten past the title screen. We've made our choice in character select, and now we have the character herself. There is so much to talk about with this. There's a lot going on, but you know what? Like true beauty, let's start with what's on the inside. As you can see, each insole has its own unique Street Fighter 2 reference, with the one on the left being the character select image of the world's strongest woman, and the one on the right being the call to action that I have heard and seen now more times than I could ever count in my years of playing Street Fighter. And just, you know, just something to think about. This is something that no one's going to see when you wear the shoe. This is just for you as a collector and a fan, you know, just a little bit, some extra for you to appreciate. So, you know, I'm happy it's there. I'm glad they went the extra mile for even something little like this. This is how a collab should be done. It's the little things. So now we get to the outside of the shoe. You can see that they've chosen to go with a predominantly white colorway and then a more subdued presentation of the signature blue color that the character is actually known for. They are actually referring to this as polar blue, and in person, I think that is spot on. But notice you still get the selective touches of gold scattered all throughout the shoe. I could see why fans might be a little upset with the choice to make it more white than blue. I gotta be honest, this way actually gives me more options style-wise. And to be perfectly honest with you, I think even considering that it's mostly white, like just this, the way they done it with the touches of gold and the blue, I think this is still a wonderful representation of the character and her aesthetic. So yeah, it doesn't really bother me all that much. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now the materials are a mixture of what feels like patent leather, suede, and lace. And you know, I gotta say, from the gold trim on top of the polar blue suede to the beautiful lace design on the uppers, this shoe is just downright elegant. And if you look on the back here, they even found an interesting way to include her spike bracelets, which, by the way, these are solid. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you had trouble getting by TSA solid. Whoever cleared these, you know what, props to you. You might be a bit of a madman because honestly, you could probably shave these things down and actually do some damage, but they're not for that. This is art. I mean, it could be weaponized art, but no, it's art. It's to be appreciated. If you've ever worn these in the airport, let me know if they gave you a hard time for these, because I kind of want to, but I also don't want to have to give them up. Yeah, I might try that though one day. See how that goes. Now, for my one criticism of the shoe, the gum sole. I really like the blue and white colored midsole, but the inclusion of the gum sole, unless I'm mistaken, it just seems out of place because it doesn't really seem like it references the character in any way. I feel like with everything else that was done with this sneaker, because everything feels very deliberate, there has to be a reason why that's there. Maybe it was for cost, you know, to keep it low at the $100 mark. Because, I mean, if we're talking style, I feel like they would have been better off either just keeping the whole thing white or even going with maybe like a clear frosted sole. So, yeah. It just, yeah, something's off about it. I'm not sure what went on with the decision making of that, but there's definitely something about that on why that's there. If you happen to know, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to. But other than that, aesthetically, these shoes really knock it out of the park for me. I mean, this is only the second time in my entire life I've been able to get a great looking pair of collaborated shoes. The only thing is, I wish that somehow they could have been high top, because I'm more of a high top person. But other than that, yo, y'all, it's just with this Reebok Capcom, y'all killed it. Regardless if you're a fan of Street Fighter or just the Chun-Li aesthetic, this would definitely be an excellent addition to your collection. It's definitely not for everybody. I actually asked my brother about it, and he said they were just straight trash. And that's okay. It's not for him. It's for fans and collectors like us, you know, to appreciate and express our fandom with. And it's definitely not an everyday shoe. It's meant to be worn at conventions, events, tournaments, you know, places with your peers where, you know, they can appreciate it. And to be honest, outside of a niche group of friends who I know can appreciate them just as much as I do, that's mostly where mine are probably going to be worn. So once again, big thanks to Reebok and Capcom for making this happen. Thank you for looking out for myself and the other Bigfoot squad members out there. You know, we appreciate it because, you know, like, again, we don't really get a chance to enjoy stuff like this. So when we get to and it's actually done really well, it's a wonderful thing. Please keep them coming. Like, we haven't seen it. I don't think we've seen a drop for anything like this in a while. Please, we need more. So anyway, please let me know what you thought about this video, guys. If you never want me to do another sneaker video again, want me to get back into tech, let me know. We can do that too. But I thought this was just like a fun little thing to talk about, something I appreciate outside of just tech in general, and wanted to shine a light on. And just again, give them their flowers, give credit where credit is due. But like I said, tell me in the comments what you think, what you liked, what you didn't like. I'm always open to constructive criticism, and I'll see you in another video soon. Have a good one.